Standard Chinese, a modular approach. Money Module Unit 6, Production Tape 1. On this tape, you'll learn how to say expressions used in changing money, as well as how to ask when something opens or closes. Before learning how to say these things, test your comprehension of some of the sentences from the target list. They're arranged in exchanges. Number 1.
你们这里可以换美金吗？
Can U.S. currency be changed here?
您得在台湾银行换。
You have to change it at the Bank of Taiwan.
银行还开门吧？
The bank is still open, I suppose.
还开门。
It's still open. Number 2.
银行几点钟开门？几点钟关门？
What time does the bank open and what time does it close?
9点钟开门，3点钟关门。
It opens at 9 o'clock and closes at 3 o'clock.
现在几点钟？
What time is it now?
现在2点半。
It's 2:30 now. Number 3.
我要换台币。
I'd like to change some money into Thai B.
请你等一等。
Please wait a moment.
我要点小票子。
I'd like some small bills.
行。
All right.
麻烦你了。
Sorry to have bothered you.
没什么。
It's nothing. If you had any problems with these sentences, rewind the tape and work on them some more. If you understood them all, begin working on them. Listen to this next exchange. We're in a shop in Taipei.
请问，你们这里可以换美金吗？
对不起，不可以。
Repeat the auxiliary verb may.
可以。可以。
The meaning of the auxiliary verb 可以 really includes some of the meanings of English may and some of the meanings of can. Repeat, can U.S. currency be changed here?
你们这里可以换美金吗？ 你们这里可以换美金吗？
Repeat, may I ask, can U.S. currency be changed here?
请问，你们这里可以换美金吗？ 请问，你们这里可以换美金吗？
Try asking the question yourself now. You'll get a reply.
请问，你们这里可以换美金吗？
对不起，不可以。
Again.
请问，你们这里可以换美金吗？
对不起，不可以。
The conversation with the shopkeeper continues. Listen.
旅行支票呢？
也不可以。您得在台湾银行换。
Repeat, that's not possible either.
也不可以。也不可以。
Repeat the auxiliary verb must or have to.
得。得。
You already know that auxiliary verbs like 得, 可以, or 想 go before the main verb. They can also go before a phrase naming a place, such as 在台湾银行, which modifies the main verb. In other words, the sentence order is auxiliary, place, action. Repeat, you must change it at the Bank of Taiwan.
你得在台湾银行换。你得在台湾银行换。
Repeat, that's not possible either. You must change it at the Bank of Taiwan.
也不可以。你得在台湾银行换。也不可以。你得在台湾银行换。
Now you take the part of the shopkeeper. You don't change U.S. currency or traveler's checks.
请问你们这里可以换美金吗？
对不起，不可以。
旅行支票呢？
也不可以。您得在台湾银行换。
Try it again.
请问你们这里可以换美金吗？
对不起，不可以。
旅行支票呢？
也不可以。您得在台湾银行换。
What's the auxiliary verb may?
可以，
What's the auxiliary verb must?
得，
If you're going to be using the bank, you'll probably want to know how to say this. Listen.
银行什么时候开门？
9点钟开门。
Repeat the verb to open.
开，开，
Repeat the word for door.
门，门，
These two words together, 开门, are the phrase to use when talking about the beginning of the business day, as in opening your doors to the public. Repeat, when does the bank open?
银行什么时候开门？银行什么时候开门？
Ask the question yourself. You'll get a confirmation and a reply.
银行什么时候开门？
9点钟开门。
Again.
银行什么时候开门？
9点钟开门。
Repeat the word for clock.
钟，钟，
Repeat the counter used to tell time, literally a dot.
点，点，
Repeat 9 o'clock.
9点钟，9点钟。
The numbers 1 through 12, followed by the counter 点 and the word clock, 钟, are used to tell time. How do you say 1 o'clock?
1点钟，1点钟。
Because telling time involves a counter, 点, we use 2 for the number 2. Repeat 2 o'clock.
2点钟，2点钟。
Repeat, it opens at 9 o'clock.
9点钟开门，9点钟开门。
Try responding to the question now. The bank opens at 9 o'clock.
银行什么时候开门？
9点钟开门。
Again.
银行什么时候开门？
9点钟开门。
How do you say 3 o'clock?
3点钟。
The conversation continues. Listen.
几点钟关门？
3点钟关门。
Repeat the phrase meaning to close when referring to businesses.
关门，关门。
You've already learned how to ask when. 什么时候? Now repeat what time.
几点钟？几点钟？
Since we're dealing with numbered items, 12 or less, it's not unusual to find the bound question word G used to form the question. Repeat, what time does it close?
几点钟关门？几点钟关门？
Try asking the question yourself now. You'll get a reply.
几点钟关门？
3点钟关门。
Again.
几点钟关门？
3点钟关门。
Now get the complete schedule of banking hours. First, ask when the bank opens. Then, ask what time it closes.
银行什么时候开门？
9点钟开门，
几点钟关门？
3点钟关门。
Again.
银行什么时候开门？
9点钟开门，
几点钟关门？
3点钟关门。
Your next question might be,
现在几点钟？还可以换吧？
现在2点半，还可以换。
repeat, what time is it now? Notice that the adverb now goes up front.
现在几点钟？现在几点钟？
Repeat, I can still change money, I suppose. Notice that you don't have to say I in Chinese.
还可以换吧？还可以换吧？
You'll remember that the marker ba is used to form a question when you already have an idea of what the answer is. How do you say, what time is it now?
现在几点钟？
How do you say, I can still change money, I suppose?
还可以换吧？
Try asking both questions now. You'll get a reply. What time is it now? I can still change money, I suppose.
现在几点钟？还可以换吧？
现在2点半，还可以换。
Again.
现在几点钟？还可以换吧？
现在2点半，还可以换。
Repeat the word for half.
半，半，
Repeat, 2:30, literally 2 dots half.
2点半，2点半，
Repeat, it's 2:30 now.
现在2点半，现在2点半，
Repeat, you can still change money, literally, still can change.
还可以换，还可以换。
Try responding to the questions yourself now. It's 3 o'clock and money can still be changed.
现在几点钟？还可以换吧？
现在2点半，还可以换。
Again.
现在几点钟？还可以换吧？
现在2点半，还可以换。
Listen to the conversation in the bank.
我要换台币。
好，1块美金换38块台币。
Repeat, I want to change some money into Taipei. Notice that the words some money aren't in the Chinese sentence, but we have to say them in English.
我要换台币。我要换台币。
You might expect the sentence to mean, I want to change some Taiwan dollars, but instead it's, I want to change some money into Taiwan dollars. In this case, what follows huan is what you end up with, not what you get rid of. How do you say, I want to change some money into Taipei?
我要换台币。
Try saying it again. You'll get a confirmation and a reply. I want to change some money into Taipei.
我要换台币。
好，1块美金换38块台币。
Again.
我要换台币。
好，1块美金换38块台币。
The conversation with the bank teller continues.
这是5张20块的旅行支票。
请您等一等，我就来。
You've already learned that the marker de placed at the end of a phrase makes that phrase a modifier. Here, the amount modifies the traveler's checks. Repeat, $20 traveler's checks.
20块的旅行支票。20块的旅行支票。
As you remember, the counter for flat things like paper or checks is dang. Repeat, 5 $20 traveler's checks.
5张20块的旅行支票。5张20块的旅行支票。
Repeat, here's 5 $20 traveler's checks.
这是5张20块的旅行支票。这是5张20块的旅行支票。
Try saying the question yourself. You'll get a confirmation and a reply.
这是5张20块的旅行支票。
请您等一等，我就来。
Again,
这是5张20块的旅行支票。
请您等一等，我就来。
repeat the verb to wait.
等，等，
Repeat, to wait a bit, wait a moment.
等一等，等一等。
This is another example of reduplication. Here, not only is the verb repeated, but the syllable e is inserted between. Notice that both syllables of the verb done have tone, though. Repeat, please wait a moment.
请您等一等。请您等一等。
Repeat, I'll be right back.
我就来。我就来。
We've already seen the adverb 就, meaning just or exactly, in sentences such as 就在那儿, which we translated as right over there. Here, 就 is translated again as right, but the meaning is more like immediately. How do you say, I'll be right back?
我就来。
How do you say, please wait a moment?
请您等一等。
Now you try responding to the customer's request. When he hands you some traveler's checks, you ask him to wait. He'll be right back.
这是5张20块的旅行支票。
请您等一等，我就来。
Again,
这是5张20块的旅行支票。
请您等一等，我就来。
when the teller returns, the conversation continues. Listen.
我要点小票子。这张100块的，请你给我换换，行不行？
行，给您9张10块的，2张5块的。
Repeat the word for bills as in denominations of money.
票子，票子。
Repeat, I'd like some small bills.
我要点小票子。我要点小票子。
You'll remember that we had sentences such as 我想买点点心, which we translated as I'd like to buy some pastries. Here we have another English sentence with I'd like, but we use the Chinese 我要 instead of 我想. This is because there is no other verb in the sentence. It's I want something, not I want to do something. This calls for a main verb that means to want, 要. You'll remember that when 想 means to want to, it's an auxiliary verb. How do you say, I'd like some small bills?
我要点小票子。我要点小票子。
Listen to the next line.
这张100块的，请你给我换换，行不行？
Repeat the topic of the sentence. This $100 bill. Notice that the word bill is deleted.
这张100块的。 这张100块的，
Repeat, please change it for me.
请你给我换换。请你给我换换。
Repeat, please change this $100 bill for me.
这张100块的，请你给我换换。这张100块的，请你给我换换。
Try saying it ahead of the speaker. Please change this $100 bill for me.
这张100块的，请你给我换换。
Listen to the whole line again.
这张100块的，请你给我换换，行不行？
Repeat the verb to be all right.
行。行。
Repeat, will that be all right?
行不行？行不行？
Now try both sentences. Please change this $100 bill for me. Would that be all right?
这张100块的，请你给我换换，行不行？这张100块的，请你给我换换，行不行？
Try saying it ahead of the speaker. Please change this $100 bill for me. Would that be all right?
这张100块的，请你给我换换，行不行？
Try it again. This time you'll get a reply. Please change this $100 bill for me. Would that be all right?
这张100块的，请你给我换换，行不行？
行，给您9张10块的，2张5块的。
Again.
这张100块的，请您给我换换，行不行？
行，给您9张10块的，2张5块的。
Listen to the conversation close.
麻烦你了。
没什么。
Repeat, sorry to bother you, literally bothered you.
麻烦你了。麻烦你了。
The marker le indicates completed action here. Say it ahead of the speaker. Sorry to have bothered you.
麻烦你了。
Try it again. This time you'll get a reply.
麻烦你了。
没什么。
In keeping with Chinese customs, you would deny that it was any bother. Repeat, it's nothing.
没什么。没什么。
Notice that the question word 什么, what, is also used as an indefinite word, anything. Try responding to the polite remark now. Say, it's nothing.
麻烦你了。
没什么。
Again.
麻烦你了。
没什么。
The conversation could have ended like this also.
麻烦你了。
不客气。
Repeat the reply. Don't be polite.
不客气。不客气。
You've seen the phrase 不客气 before translated as you're welcome. Here we translate it as don't be polite, which is actually closer to its literal meaning. How do you say don't be polite?
不客气。
Try responding to this remark now, politely.
麻烦你了。
不客气。
Again.
麻烦你了。
不客气。
Now let's review what we've covered on this tape. Put the following sentences into Chinese. They're arranged in exchanges. Number 1. I'd like to change some money into Taipei.
我要换台币。
Please change this $100 bill for me. Will that be all right?
这张100块的，请你给我换换，行不行？
All right.
行。
Sorry to have bothered you.
麻烦你了。
It's nothing.
没什么。
Number 2. What time does the bank open? What time does it close?
银行几点钟开门？几点钟关门？
It opens at 9 o'clock and closes at 3 o'clock.
9点钟开门，3点钟关门。
What time is it now?
现在几点钟？
It's 2:30 now.
现在2点半。
Number 3. Can U.S. currency be changed here?
你们这里可以换美金吗？
You have to change it at the Bank of Taiwan.
您得在台湾银行换。
The bank is still open, I suppose.
银行还开门吧？
It's still open.
还开门。
Number 4. I want to change some money into Taipei.
我要换台币。
Here's 5 $20 traveler's checks.
这是5张20块的旅行支票。
Please wait a moment. I'll be right back.
请你等一等，我就来。
I'd like some small bills.
我要点小票子。
Certainly.
好，
This is the end of the tape. End of Money Module Unit 6, Production Tape 1.